So, one of the things that I really, just again, thank you for your patience. I think this is really important. Getting all of them together on stage. This really shows the progression, of where they start. So parents, I promise it's not for, hot cross buns is not forever. And they do learn more notes and rhythms, and they do sound a lot more musical as they continue in their journey. So please just continue to bear through those practice, sessions that they have at home and the squeaks and squawks and things. It does get better in time. Like I mentioned earlier, the high school program would not be what it is if it wasn't without the support of our district support and our music teachers at the elementary to, encourage and invite this performance to happen. Today is really because these music elementary teachers, we meet once a month, all the music teachers in the district, and we plan a few, events together. In the fall, it's our showcase event. This being at the end of the year, this is our honor band event, so, this is a great way to close out our year. One thing before we do jump into our final performance, the cover of the program, everyone, and again, if you did scan that QR code, if it's still on your phone, oops, I just closed mine. Okay, so on the program cover, there is a single measure of music notes. So you don't have to be a musician to look at this and be able to understand what it means moving forward. So us here, music is what we surround ourselves with and what we work hard towards together. And, so trying to think of a way to celebrate our PUSD Honor Band event with something meaningful. So if you look at this one measure, it first started out as just a rhythmic figure because there was the idea, and then it was giving it a little bit of shape. It's a work in progress. This is not the final product. If it is, I will be very impressed. But the meaning behind it is that the first group of rhythms that you see, it's called a double beam. So there's 2 lines above all of the notes that you see in the music. Those are called 16th notes. There are 8 16th notes that begin in the measure, and that is because we have 8 elementary schools, and all 8 elementary schools have music at their sites. When you move on, so that's beats 1 and 2 of the measure. When you go to beat 3, you have a triplet, and that is beamed with a line and a 3 underneath. A triplet, what that stands for is for our 3 junior high school programs. That is a single rhythm that fills a beat in the measure. And then our measure of 4/4. So at the very beginning, you see the sign, the 4/4. That's our time signature that tells you there's 4 beats in the measure. And what completes our measure is a single quarter note, because everything from the beginning of this progression starts from our 16th notes, and it gets, and we build all the way up to that final quarter note, which has a fermata. So at some point in time, we may turn this into a little musical thing, I don't know, but this is what it means. And so if you do see it moving forward, at least the combination of 8 16th notes, 3 triplets, or just the triplet together, but 3 triplets, 8th note triplets, and a single quarter note, that is representative of our music program here at Pittsburgh Unified School District. So, we are going to end our program tonight all together. Believe it or not, we have squeezed almost 270 musicians on this stage. This is a record here. I don't think we've ever done this before. So you're witnessing history at this moment in time. But I'm very excited to be closing out this event with a tune titled Dark Beginnings. So hold on one moment. So, if you are familiar, which we already heard earlier today, but this was the happy version of it, Hot Cross Buns, and then followed by Mary Had a Little Lamb, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and Ba Ba Black Sheep. This is the beginning of the music journey, but where we are closing out tonight, this is the dark version. It goes into a bit of a minor mode, and that minor place is what gives it a little bit more of a spooky feel. So as we play through this, I hope you're able to recognize the songs and enjoy that we have elementary, junior high school, and high school performers all together here in the Creative Arts Building. So this is our final piece. When we do finish, there is going to be a group photo, so we are going to ask for all of them to remain on stage because we're going to have someone run up to the balcony and take the photo from the top. We did this last year, and we want to make sure to continue to do this. So all music teachers in the audience for that photo, we also want to make sure that our music department is part of this as well. And then I also see we have board members present in the audience, so if we could also ask that you join us in this photo, that would be fantastic. All right, here is Dark Beginnings.